Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 61 of my Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So we're starting today's episode on the 6th of fall/autumn year 2. And we are going to be playing 5 days in this episode, so the 6th to the 10th. I haven't managed to see the comments of the last episode yet, so hopefully you guys are okay with 5 days per episode. So it's going to be a nice sunny day tomorrow. Let's just get started. But it is, of course, raining today, which is good because that means we don't have to water, but it's bad because we have the Harvest Sprite's help. So let's get the horse in the stable today out of the rain. So in this part, we do have a birthday and a festival. Fun stuff. Just doing a quick stat check there. We have all of the Harvest Sprites for at least another day. We have a couple for longer. Let's get straight in the barn. Our first speed up of the episode, taking care of the animals, of course. And Daisy the cow has not grown up just yet, so we won't be getting any milk from her yet. So out we go. And our sweet potatoes have grown in, so a big speed up here getting the sweet potatoes. Cow was in the way there. Now this episode is full of late nights and late starts in the morning. Something happens in this episode that I've never seen before in all my time playing this game. So into the hothouse we go. It looks like the Harvest Sprites have watered everything in there pretty much. And I don't think anything's grown in. No, it doesn't look like it. So let's continue grabbing those sweet potatoes. And head into the chicken coop as well, but I don't think we're going to do them just yet. Nope. Of course, we don't need to give an egg to the Harvest Goddess today because it is raining. I say it every episode, but once again, apologies if you can hear any traffic noises. There's not a lot I can do about that. So as you can see, the majority of the day here is spent grabbing these sweet potatoes. And I did keep one just in case because the next festival is the Harvest Festival. You will see that in this part. And I kept a sweet potato just in case nothing else grew in. And we are going to be taking a sweet potato to the Harvest Festival with us. I don't know what we took last year, but this year is going to be a sweet potato. So back out we go. I think we've still got a couple. No, I think we've harvested everything. We haven't got anything else to harvest. So let's grab all these, feed the fish, and head into the chicken coop. That's all the harvesting done for the day. 2:20, not too bad. So let's take care of the chickens, of course. Again, not needing to keep an egg there. And what are we going to do? I don't know. Oh my goodness, am I actually remembering to grab the basket? Yep, we are going to take the basket and we are going to harvest the wild crops while we have the time. So there'll be a speed up here going up the mountain and gathering everything. I can't believe I actually remembered to take the basket. So we should be able to do all of this in the one trip. Unfortunately, we don't get it shipped today. Zach has already been, if you look at the time. But we'll get the money for it tomorrow, so it's not too much of a big deal. It's not like we lack for money at the moment. And with that, we are going to head into the house, 7:10, and we are going to end off day 6. So a very quick day 6, just gathering all of those sweet potatoes there. Let's move swiftly on to day 7. And here we are, day 7. Again, getting a flower out of the cupboard for potpourri. Nice and sunny again tomorrow. And I think we have lost some of the harvest sprites here, so let's have a look. Yep, so we've only got 4 harvest sprites to help us today, which is not ideal. You'll see what happens as time goes on. I didn't utilise time very well in this episode, let's put it that way. So let's go ahead and get the horse back out of the barn. I just received some post, I think, so you might have heard my door going then. I'll grab that when I finish doing the voiceover. Into the hothouse we go. And our pineapples have grown in. Lovely stuff. So let's go ahead and harvest those. I think winter, year 2 of winter, will be focused on finishing off getting our cows and sheep. We definitely will have the money for it. I believe we'll probably have the money to get all of them. So we have 6 out of 20 now. I think we can get the remainder with the money that we already have. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I think we can. So speaking of cows and sheep, let's head in here. So we haven't spoke to them today. I'm going to go ahead and feed them first, which is not normally how I do it, but never mind. Trying to get into the cheese maker there. When we've got 20, you'll see how hard it is to keep track of who you've sort of said hello to, who you've milked and brushed, etc. So into the chicken coop we go. And of course a big speed up here taking care of the chickens. We will of course be keeping an egg for the harvest goddess. So with that, let's head out. Are we going to gather the wild crops today? I'm not sure. Yes, we are. So here's another speed up gathering the wild crops. We did not bring the basket with us this time. So this will be a minimum of 2 trips. So we're giving the egg to the harvest goddess there. Let's ship these, and we're going to head back out and grab the remainder. It's 11 o'clock in game, so now I think it's best to help with the watering. Let's see. Yep, so we're going to help the harvest sprites with the watering. And I believe we only have their help today. So the next couple of days is going to be quite stressful. We're just continuing to water. Zach's quite pleased with how much we managed to ship today. So am I, to be fair. So it looks like we finished off the watering here. Are we going to do anything else with our day? Or are we going to end off day 7? Let's see. We're going back into the house, so it looks like that's the end of day 7. So 2 very busy days of nothing but farming, really. So with that, let's take the dog and move swiftly on to day 8. It's going by very quickly, isn't it? So here we are. Do our normal morning routine. Now we don't technically need to check the weather for tomorrow because it is a festival, but we checked anyway. But it will always be sunny on a festival day, as you guys know. We will check the news. Tomorrow the Harvest Festival will be held in the square in the morning. Bring food to throw in the pot. Will do. And here we have Mayor Thomas just telling us about the Harvest Festival. We do actually have the 4 Harvest Sprites out of the 7 still. I didn't know that we still had them. That's their last day with us. The villagers are getting together tomorrow for the Harvest Festival at 10 a.m. Everyone brings ingredients and we cook up a big pot of food. Please bring something delicious to add to the hot pot. See you tomorrow. I will do. So with that, let's check the post box. Oh no, we're gonna do a stat check. Yeah, we're just checking how long we have the Harvest Sprites for. So for full transparency, my audio file messed up and I am recording this bit for the second time, so bear with me while I get my bearings again. But we are heading into the barn. Our first speed up here, obviously taking care of the barn animals. Yeah, I'm having to do this bit twice, unfortunately, because I don't know what happened, but here we are. So I am just getting my bearings again, so please bear with me. So we've looked after all of the animals. Let's head into the hothouse. And has anything grown? No, it looks like nothing has grown in yet. That's absolutely fine. Okay, let's move on. Has anything grown on the farm? Hopefully not. Let's see. It's been a very busy day, a busy episode for crops. Oh, yep, carrots have grown in. There's going to be another busy day. Let's take care of the chickens first. We do, of course, need to keep an egg for the Harvest Goddess. And what happens is I accidentally don't save an egg. I drop one rather. So she's going to be getting a carrot instead. Why not? So out we go. I'm not sure we should be gathering the wild crops today, but we'll see if I end up doing that. We have a lot to get on with, so I don't know if I'd gather the wild crops in retrospect, but we'll see what I do. Is that the first time ever that the Harvest Goddess has got something other than an egg from me? So there's a speed up here, so I'm guessing we do go ahead and gather the the wild crops. Again, I'm not sure this was the best utilisation of time today, but never mind. And apologies if I sound a little bit weird, I guess. I'm a little bit annoyed that I have to redo this again, if I'm totally honest. And I'm trying to keep up with what actually happened. Obviously, I've narrated 2 days into the future already, so I'm trying to go backwards and figure out what's actually happening. So for now, we are gathering the carrots up. But we have stopped doing that for a while because we are going to nip out. Oh yes, I remember now. So you'll see what happens in a moment. It's so weird doing a voiceover for everything, and then when the audio file sort of corrupts, I don't know what happened. I think the app crashed, and then you have to re-record what you've already said, and it's so weird. I think this is the first time this has happened to me on a Harvest Moon video, for full transparency. Obviously, you guys wouldn't know the behind the scenes if I don't tell you. I think this is the first time it's happened to me, and it's so strange to go back and narrate what you already narrated. So there's a speed up here. This is me getting all of the flour for the Harvest Sprites. I have to get it today because tomorrow is a festival day, so I'm getting all of this for Sunday. However, it is also a Harvest Sprites birthday on Sunday, so what I do here is I wrap a birthday present for them. Again, the shop isn't open tomorrow, so this birthday present is being wrapped for Sunday. However, what I didn't realise at the time, which we're going to find out shortly in this episode, is that you cannot put wrapped presents in the fridge, nor can you put wrapped presents in the cabinet. So I am stuck with a wrapped present in my backpack for 2 days, which is not ideal at all. We're just grabbing 23 units of fish food here. So yeah, that's such a huge mistake and it really messes things up. Just makes them a little bit more inconvenient. And I forgot whether I had carrot seeds or not. Spoiler alert, I do have 10 cabinet seeds. Cabinet seeds? Start again. I forgot if I had carrot seeds or not. Spoiler alert, I do have 10 carrot seeds in the toolbox. So here's me buying 12 more for absolutely no reason, but never mind, we've got the money for it. So we now have 22 carrot seeds. Yeah, it's not going well, is it? But never mind, it's not the end of the world. So with that, let's head back to the farm. Lovely stuff. Yeah, so sorry if my energy is a little bit lower for this particular part because I'm having to record it twice, so it's really messed with my brain. I know that sounds so daft, but it has. So this is where I'm just going to pop the flour away for Sunday, because we don't want to be carrying around 6 lots of flour with us. We're going to pop it away from our flour that we actually need, just so we don't get confused. And this is where I find out about the present. Can't put it in the fridge, not a problem, we'll put it in the cupboard. Can't do that either. So yeah, that was not a good time, I'm afraid. And as I say, we've now got to carry this around with us for 2 days. Because of course, I should have clarified, the shop isn't open on a Sunday either, so I had to do it today. Tomorrow's a festival day, and Sunday the shop isn't open, so I had no choice but to get everything today. I shouldn't have wrapped the flour, it's as simple as that, but never mind. So with that, we are grabbing our carrot seeds, and this is going to be a huge speed up, I imagine, trying to sort this out, grab the carrots, everything else. Can't remember if we've said hello to Binky the horse yet, but we are... it's such a weird mechanic. We're using Binky to ship things. Such an odd mechanic. And we are, of course, watering as we go as well, so clock the time, because it's going to be a late one. I think we did lose some carrots as well, trying to pop them in the horse. No, don't say that. You can't say that. You know what I mean? Oh, you can't say that. You can see what's happening, you know what I mean? It's such a weird mechanic. I try not to use it. But as you can see, this present is getting in the way every single time. Taking one slot in our backpack that we really didn't need. We unfortunately didn't get... well, barely any of the carrots in by the time Zach's come to get everything. And this is where I finally realise I can use the basket. I keep forgetting to use the basket, of course I do. We don't know how much the Harvest Sprites have watered on the rest of the farm either. So day 8's been a bit of a disaster really overall, but never mind. We are still going. Again, keep your eyes on the time for when we actually finish. In this episode, I don't know if it's today or in a future day, but in this episode, something happens that I have never had happen to me on Animal Crossing. Wow, on Harvest Moon before. So we're now at 11 o'clock and we are nowhere near done. We finally gathered all of the carrots, thank goodness, and we've planted all of the carrots again. So let's go ahead and ship this, and then we need to carry on watering what the Harvest Sprites did not get to water. And it's quite a lot with only 3 or 4 of them. I think we've got 4 of them. They didn't get to watering too much, and it also means that we'll be doing the watering completely on our own for the next 2 days as well. Oh dear. Yeah, I didn't manage this very well at all. I think it's the hurricane that sort of set us back at the end of summer. But with that, everything is done, and it is 10 to 5 in the morning. 10 to 5, so we are definitely going to oversleep. So let's move on to day 9, and let's see how much we're oversleeping by. Oh my goodness. 10 to 5 in the morning. So we've overslept by 2 hours, so we've got up at 8. That's not actually that bad. So, of course, we'll grab a potpourri, a flower from the cupboard, cabinet, whatever. And it is the Harvest Festival today, of course. So let's see how much we can get done on our own. Again, we will be doing all of the farm work completely on our own for the next 2 days, so we'll see how that happens. Bring food to throw in the pot. So we did keep a sweet potato, but we didn't actually need to do that. And you'll see why in a minute. Anyway, let's get into the barn. And this is the first day that we can actually get milk from Daisy. So Daisy is now a full-grown cow. We've also got wool from all of the sheep. So a very successful day in the barn. And as I say, the first time ever that we're getting milk from Daisy, which is really, really exciting. And as you can see, even on the speed up, how inconvenient having that present is. So into the hothouse we go. Has anything grown in the hothouse? No, it doesn't look like it. Nothing grown just yet. And as you can see, our sweet potatoes have grown in. So we didn't need to save a sweet potato, but unfortunately, that means that we're going to have another busy day, and I just wasted some fish food there, another busy day trying to get all the sweet potatoes in on a festival day. This is going to be interesting. But for now, let's take care of the chickens. And again, the inconvenience of this present. But we don't need to save an egg for the Harvest Goddess because it is, of course, like I say, a festival day. So with that, let's head out, and we are going to start some of the watering at the very least. Don't think we should be going for the wild crops today. Absolutely not. We need to get this done. We're trying to brush the horse. There we go, we got him. And again, we're not going to gather any of the sweet potatoes at the moment. We are just going to water. Nope, and we grabbed one for the festival. So what time is it? Oh dear, it's quite late, but I think we'll get to the festival on time. So as always, I am not going to talk through the festival. I like you to enjoy the festivals as they are. So I'm going to stay quiet from this point forward. I will get back to you when the festival is done, so hopefully you enjoy the Harvest Festival. So there we go, Harvest Festival over. Again, I can't remember what we put in the pot last year. This year we've obviously just done a sweet potato. I don't know what we put in last year, but this is going to be a huge speed up here, as you can see. We have to water everything, we have to harvest all of the sweet potatoes. Keep your eye on the time, folks, because this is insane what happens here. Yep, a lot to do on our own, a lot. So I feel like we've watered everything, so it's just collecting these sweet potatoes now. I do remember that the basket exists, but we do have that pesky, pesky present, which doesn't help matters at all. But again, like I say, keep your eye on the time, because this is insane what happens here. So you can actually see it starting to get lighter and lighter. I don't think I've ever been awake at this time in the game. So look at that. It's gone fully bright. It's 5 o'clock and we managed to 6. Now I feel like if we'd have hit 6 o'clock, then the game would have reset to the next day and we would have probably slept in till noon. We managed to get in 10 minutes before 6 o'clock and watch what happens. We wake up at 6 o'clock on day 10. We didn't oversleep. How insane is that? So our poor little man had 10 minutes sleep last night. 10 minutes sleep. I have no idea how we didn't oversleep. Not a clue. Never seen that before. That's crazy. I genuinely thought that we would have overslept there and we did not. So our poor man's on 10 minutes sleep, bless him. But we are on our final day of the episode, day 10. There's a lot to do today. We do, of course, need to go and see the Harvest Sprites ASAP. And our aubergine or eggplant has grown in as well. So busy farm days. Busy farm days. Of course, it is one of the Harvest Sprites' birthdays as well. So we're going to head straight into the hothouse. Has anything grown? No. Yes, our pumpkins have grown. Yes. So we have pumpkins for the first time. I do need to keep one of these for cooking. But we can ship the rest. We only need one for cooking, I believe. So let's go and pop that into the house. And we do need to grab, I don't know what we're going to grow in the hothouse. We're going to do another lot of pumpkins? I think so. Yeah, I think we're going to grow one more lot of pumpkins. So let's pop this pumpkin in the fridge. And again, we do need that for cooking. We'll probably focus on getting the rest of the cooking done in winter. We won't get it all done though. Maybe we will, because we still need spinach. Spinach hasn't quite unlocked yet. We can also get rid of this sweet potato because we didn't use it for the Harvest Festival. We grabbed one from the field. So let's head into, where are we going? Into the chicken coop? No, we're going back into the hothouse. Oh yes, of course, because we need to plant those pumpkin seeds there. Lovely stuff. So now we're going into the chicken coop? Yes, we are. And you can see how annoying that present is becoming as well, so I can't wait to get rid of it. So with that, we are going to head out. Are we going to gather the wild crops? I hope not, because we have a lot to do on our farm. We can gather these ones, that's not a problem. And let's give the egg to the Harvest Goddess. Let's not drop the present in. But hopefully, past me was smart enough not to gather the wild crops today because we're going to be far too busy doing other things. No, we're not going for them. Lovely stuff. So, as I say, we do have a lot of watering to do as well. But for now, we are going to head into the barn. And I've said it many, many times, but again, a focus in winter, I think, will probably be to finish off the cooking as best we can and get as many cows and sheep as we possibly can as well. And once again, I have said it a few times, but if you have any name suggestions for cows or sheep, leave them in the comments box below. For now, we're going to head into the house. We'll pop the pumpkin seeds back. And it's probably best if we grab the flour, and head out and try to speak to the harvest sprites. We definitely need their help as soon as possible, but unfortunately we won't get it today. So out we go, and when we come back we will be, of course, watering and harvesting all of those eggplants. Of course, there will be a speed up trying to speak to the harvest sprites. Oh, my brain has gone, I'm so sorry. There will be a speed up talking to the harvest sprites because it does take an incredibly long amount of time, as you've seen in previous episodes. I do explain things quite a lot because I worry that someone pops in halfway through the series and doesn't know what's going on, so that's why I explain things quite a bit. So please bear with me if you already know what's going on. So it's the yellow sprite's birthday, whose name has simply escaped me, but we've given him his present. Let's have a look. Hoggy. So it was Hoggy's birthday today. So we finally got rid of that present. And we are going to be asking all of the sprites to help us with watering. I don't think we need help with the animals, and I don't think we need help harvesting. So yes, I don't think I've ever shown you, I don't think I've ever asked them for help with harvesting. So that might be something that I do in the future, just to show you that I've done everything, kind of thing. But yeah, I prefer just asking them to water. So we've got the help from all of them. Let's just take a look. Yep, so we've got both of all of the sprites. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think, like I say, with this audio glitch, my brain has just gone. I think there have been issues with the audio as well due to the speed ups, so I am going to try and sort that out. I don't think that the audio level is where it should be for this series, so I will hopefully sort that out by next episode. Again, if you have any problems or issues with the audio, with the speed ups, the graphic, well, I can't really do much about the graphics here, but if you've got any suggestions, then please let me know. So big speed up here, sorting these out. Let's see what time we end up getting to bed today. Bearing in mind, like I say, our little man is doing this and 10 minutes of sleep. 10 minutes of sleep. After the big day yesterday. Absolutely not. So again, huge speed up here, lots to do. I think I've said before that I don't like aubergine or eggplant. I'm pretty sure I've tried it. In retrospect though, I'm not sure I've ever actually tried it. I'm not sure. Something tells me I have, but I just can't remember. So I might like it, I might not. I don't know if I've ever actually tried it. Oh, we just dropped one there. Never mind. And we don't need to keep any eggplant for cooking. I think we've already cooked with all the eggplants. So we didn't manage to get everything in, but pretty close, to be fair. I think we did pretty well there. And don't forget, we've still got the watering to do. So we've gathered everything. Now it's just watering. As I say, we didn't get it all in the shipping bin on time, but we didn't do too badly, I don't think. Our little man is getting very tired. I'm not surprised. Okay, so we're on our last bit now. There was one at the bottom that we've just missed, so hopefully we go back to that. Yes, we do. So we are finished, and we get in at 11 o'clock. So it wasn't too horrific. But yeah, I don't know why we ended up watching the television. I can't remember. Don't know. I think we're sticking the news on. So not too bad, 11 o'clock, but still not great. So that is the end of this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying making it. And until next week, bye, Embers.